Hey all! So, we need to have a talk about the first book of Gabriel. And I have managed to get my grubby little hands on it. And there's a link in the description so you can get your grubby hands on it too. You're welcome. It's called The Shattered Star and it is a very, very interesting read. Specifically because of what it's about. Okay, so before we go any further, huge spoilers, alright? So if you don't want to know what happens in the book, please stop watching now. Because I am getting ready to deep dive into all of this, okay? So you've been warned. This is your last chance. Here we go. The Shattered Star is the North Star, and because of some holy shenanigans by the Israelite god Yahweh, it was destroyed, potentially plunging the mortal world into chaos. Now, why would he do such a shitty thing? Well, because according to the Morrigan, this lady here, it was, quote, the axis on which the endless cycles revolve and the anchor of all the heavens. Now let's slow down for a second, okay? That is both a mouthful and a lot of damn responsibility for one star to have, if you ask me. But I suspect there's more to it than that. Two clues provided in the book back me up on that. First, Yahweh himself gives an explanation for his actions. Sort of. He says the North Star has led the people astray, and that is the domain of a foreign god. Now that is a huge hint there, people. Mostly because of the second clue. The North Star was very important to the ancient Chinese, who called it the Ziwei Star. It was also known as the Purple Star. Also known as the Emperor Star. Get it? No? Of course I know what I'm talking about. Don't be daft. Oh, listen, there's a link below about the Ziwei Doshu, an ancient Chinese form of astrology. Okay, so you can read all about it there and why the North Star was so important. Anyway, based on what I've read, it appears Yahweh wanted to destroy the North Star in an effort to weaken all the pantheons for his upcoming military campaign against them. More specifically, Egypt, who are next on his hit list. That is what this whole entire thing is about. The elimination of the Egyptian pantheon, okay, who were responsible for the enslavement of Yahweh's people. That is the point right there. The protection of his people. Period. He sees all these other pantheons as a threat because he has glimpsed the future and knows what will befall the Hebrews in ages yet to come. He says as much when he confronts his father, El, seeking to purge Canaan of all the foreigners and the non-believers. I talked about that in my previous video. Link below if you want to check it out, which you do. Now, this is all extraordinary, at least to me, but it leaves out one small detail. The North Star hasn't exploded. I mean, despite what the book says, the bloody thing is still in the sky. I mean, just Google it if you don't believe me, right? Oh, bugger me. It's right there. The North Star. Polaris. Looks quite well to me, actually. But how can that be? Yahweh destroyed it, right? Could it be that what was shattered was actually something else entirely? God only knows. Pun intended. But ponder this, okay? If Yahweh's goal was to plunge the mortal world into chaos, then did he not succeed? I mean, look around you right now. Look at the headlines. Look at the news. Wouldn't you say the world is in chaos? It appears to me that whatever was shattered left a lasting impact on the world. I mean, real or imagined, there are no gods or goddesses. There are no more pantheons, no more legends, No more wonder or imagination. For a good part of the world, there is only one unseen and unheard God, and with him, there is only chaos. But take heart. There are those who are standing against the chaos even now. Those who fight the shadows within the shadows. And there are those of us who are all too eager to tell you of their exploits. So are you ready for the truth? The whole truth? And nothing but the truth? If so, then let us take our first steps into a much larger universe. Together. The real story of the Shattered Star universe begins now. Who's with me?